Welcome back to IPRC Cricket Grounds this afternoon. Yeah, where we are having Kenya opening, starting with the bat. And the first ball is sent away down a deep point, and it goes for 4. And the opening bowler for Team Brazil is Maria Eduarda, who's number 6 on the list of wicket takers. And the opening batters for Team Kenya is none other than the captain herself, Quinta Abel. Oh, Quinta Abel. It's Quinta Abel alongside Veronica Abuga. Good comeback from Maria Eduarda after being sent away on the first ball. And the second ball was a dot. Third ball was a dot. That's a good comeback from her. And another one sliced down third man. And it goes for 4. Second boundary in the first over. Second delivery. Second boundary in the first over. And two more balls to come from Maria Eduarda.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us, we are coming to you live from IPRC Oval in Kigali, Rwanda, where Brazilian ladies are taking on the Kenyan ladies. An awesome comeback there from Maria, but it was quite a show there with the intent from Quinta. You could see that she was aiming for the maximums, meaning business there. I think it's clear from the Kenyan camp that the strategy here, they won the toss and opted to bat first. Seems they want to replicate a little bit of what happened here in the morning during Uganda versus German game. Put a big score and chase comfortably. However, do not be deceived by the big start of Kenya. On the other hand, the Brazilian girls are well known for keeping it to the basics, bowling straight. So Renata coming on with the ball from the Nivoi community end to ball to Veronica Abuga, who has not faced any ball yet. I would say, Romeo, this is quite a big game here and a tough game for Team Brazil, given that Kenya has only registered 1 loss. But the field setup for the Brazilian women has continued to be exceptional. Good bowling there. Great delivery by Renata. She's a lady to watch out for, alongside Boaz. Very fierce with the ball and both with the bat. And that was close. That was close. Great piece of bowling there. Renata looking good, confusing a booger in the crease. A sneaky shot there by Abuga, managing to keep the Kenyan scoreboard ticking and getting off the mark with a couple of runs. And it's in there! But the fielder at the covers opted to restrict a boundary rather than go for a catch. That was quite, looked to me from the commentary box as something that would have been a good catch. And a chance there for a run out! And no, Kenyans continue to prove that running is also part of their strength. Good running there. Romeo, looking at this game, if Brazil are to restrict the Kenyan women into a score that they can comfortably chase, what do you think would that score be?
I'll say the score, the comfortable score they can probably chase is more or less than 100 runs on board. Otherwise, if you look at the current run rate, the projected score is 150 runs, which I think might be a tall order for the Brazilians. Yeah, but cricket is a cruel game. Anything can happen. The ball is white and round, and it can bounce towards anywhere. And Maria Eduarda comes again from the school end to drop her second over of the innings.
But into no man's land, rushing to the boundary. Will the captain get for it? And yes, Roberta rushes for it and was able to stop what would have otherwise been a boundary. End of the third over. And the score is 24 for no loss. I would say great comeback by the Brazilian side. Renata de Souza coming for a second over. The first over was a really good over there. The captain bringing her in, probably to restrict Captain Quinta from making any runs, to build up pressure. And well cut, rushing to the boundary. Slicing between point, rushing to the boundary. That's a signature shot from Quinta. You do not give Quinta some room. She can do that the whole day without being apologetic. Good delivery there. A great comeback from Renata. Interesting to see her facial expression, especially when she's delivered a good ball. It is as if nothing ever happened. Another good ball there. Good delivery. Kenyan captain looking very strong in there. She doesn't seem to have an intent of going anywhere. And swing and a miss. Going across the line, Quinta. And very close to seeing the bells fly. Courtesy of Renata. Good piece of bowling there. Interesting how the Brazilian team, they happen to usually bowl very well with their caps on. What is the sentiment on that, Romeo?
I think it's okay and normal for ladies to bowl with caps on because of long hair, which might disturb why they do their run up, and it became official for them. Unlike in men's side, it's a must. You have to take it off. Despite the hair, whether long or short, you keep your cap off. But for ladies, it's okay. It's allowed. So that's it's normal. Lola Vera Boaz. This is her second appearance. She's been down and well, but now she's back on to bowl the fifth over of the innings. Lola Vera Boaz. That is in the air, over mid-on, and it cruises. It goes for 4, down long off. That's another boundary for the captain. The 5th boundary. Some good piece of batting from the captain, Quinta Abel. Another one in there, over the top. And it also goes for 4, over the top. Not a good start for Lola Martins. Lola Martins. Not good for her. Her over is becoming expensive due to the destructive batter for Kenya. The captain herself, Quinta Abel. Let's see what Lola Martins. Straight to the stumps. And Quinta Abel respects the ball and drives it back. And she gets a single and rotates the strike to give the strike to Veronica Abuga, her opening partner, to face the last ball of Lola Martins. And it's a wide. It's a wide ball. She's trying the leg side and she missed the line and offered a wide to the Kenyans. This is a very good start for the Kenyans. Current rate of 8 runs and over, and the projected score is up to 160 if they keep the pace. Oh, that's a swing and a miss, and brings us to the end of the 5th over with 39 on board.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
हाँ।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
You can see as she's setting her field straight, bringing Montero next to the commentary box at the onside and lofted there to the cow corner. What a magnificent shot from the captain herself. Beautifully played with class. That is an exceptional shot, I would say, that I've seen today. Beautifully played by Quinta. That was a bad ball punished, and Renata will have to recover. I would say, Romeo, Quinta is the wicket to eye for here. She's a fierce one, especially that she's a big hitter and also a very composed batter. Any bad ball will be punished by Quinta, and any good ball will be respected. For a bowler, that would be the batter to aim for, because such a batter anchors the team all the way to victory. Great delivery there. Great comeback from Renata, as she's forcing Quinta to play forward. That's the line. Don't give room for Quinta. And a chance there. A misfield, which Kenyans don't take for granted. An overthrow that Kenyan team has capitalized very well. Well driven there to the long on for a comfortable run. Montero doing her work very well at the ropes. Very trusted fielder from the Brazilian side. Her fitness is nothing to question. And with a very lightning speed when it comes to bowling. Very valuable player here. I would say, Romeo, one thing that continues to impress me with the Brazilian team is the attitude and a very quick change during their innings across most of their games. They've utilized their time well. That is what we call professionalism. Not wasting any time. Louder Bill! But the only female umpire, Temitope, was not interested. Seems to be going down the line. And coming from the school's end, Laura Martins coming on attack from the school's end. And the Kenyan batters continue to do their thing. I think this is something that we've watched them do for very many years. They like to play around with the fielders, go for big hits, and as the fielders open up a bit, they now drop and run, causing more confusion on the field. A nice short, soft hands there from Abuga, showing some nice pure class. They could have only afford a single run there. .48 for no loss in 6.3 overs. Looking like a good start for Team Kenya. And at this moment in time, a wicket here would bring back the Brazilian into having an upper hand, especially breaking this partnership. But credit where due, we know what Kenya can do with the bat. We've not seen any maximum so far, especially from Abuga. Oh no! I hope it has nothing to do with the commentator's curse. And it goes for a maximum. First maximum of the innings and the first maximum today here at IPRC. Courtesy of the captain herself, pulled away nicely to the cow corner. And the ball comfortably decided to set inside the tent. Probably to get some shade after that knock, to try and cool down itself. Great piece of batting there from the Kenyan captain. It goes for the umpire to try and inspect the ball, making sure it's still in form. Another one, it's in there. That was in the air. There was a chance there to get the big hitter Quinta out. But it seems the Brazilian team are only interested in restricting boundaries. And the end of the 7th over. Scoreboard looking at 58 for no loss so far. And Quinta, the captain, contributing to almost 80% of the score with a 41. A figure of 41 off 30 balls. Aye, that's a strike rate of over 130. Renata coming back. Coming back to finish. I believe the captain aims at using Renata to get a wicket here and break this partnership, as we saw in the morning, allowing the opening batters to enjoy themselves in there does not work well for a bowling team. So I guess Captain Roberta is eyeing for a big wicket there. That was close there. That was close there. Great piece of bowling there from Renata. She has continued to impress throughout this tournament with her bowling. As we speak, she's running with an economy of 6. And that is slapped! Oh my! And with the misfield that helped the ball get to the boundary, that was slapped past the covers. And the captain herself, the Brazilian captain, could not get to it fast enough as the ball was moving at the speed of light. Great technique there. Romeo, as you can see, Quinta has been consistently and another maximum. The second one of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is raining at IPRC. But unlike, it's not raining water, it's raining wickets here. And sixes. It's raining sixes here, beg your pardon. Courtesy of Quinta. Oh my. Quinta seems to be on fire. You can tell from the Kenyan camp, which is going all ablaze. Their captain is leading from the front. And another one. Will this get there? A chance. And the captain is gone. Great piece of delivery there from Renata. She came for her half century after missing it twice. Now she walks away with a quick half century off 34 balls. Great piece of batting there. Good work from Monteiro. And she looks to be smiling there, walking off, showing the banner of her bat. She doesn't seem very disappointed. Great comeback. And the incoming batter is no other than the wicketkeeper. No other than Sharon Juma. Will she be the one to replicate the innings and the pace of the innings that was set by the captain? Great comeback there by the Brazilian team, courtesy of Monteiro at the rope, who calmly got under the ball, showing her pure class and catching it. Good fielding there. Good fielding there. On the batting statistics, just below the Kevin Owino. It is the captain of Kenya, Quinta, with a total runs of 188. Closely followed by Fatuma, the captain of the Tanzanian team, with 179, who's yet to get into the 6th inning and to see what the batting stats will look at the end of the day. Monteiro, after doing a great job of grasping Quinta's catch, she's been sent on a mission, coming from the school's end with the ball. She's coming on attack. She is one fierce one, a great all-rounder with great physique and great fitness from her. Let's see if she's going to be the one to stabilize and get Brazilian back into play. Good delivery there. On to face Nicole's ball is Veronica Abuga. An extra there. Looking at the body language of the batters there, it seems Abuga is about to do her Abuga things. Oh, not connected very well, but they'll still manage. Will they get a second one? That was close. A direct hit would see the keeper walking majestically back to her camp. But the miss of the wicket has bought her another life. Abuga going for another big one. Will it get to the boundary? Good bowling there from Nicole. Great body language here, great body language from the Brazilian side as they look sharp and awake on the field. Great fielding setup as well. Aye, great piece of bowling from Nicole. Abuga is now starting to wonder what is going on. For the Brazilian side.
Not sure how comfortable that score will be easy to chase for the Brazilians, but it's cricket. If the Kenyans can do it, so the Brazilians can. So let's see what they need to do now. And there's a new bowler on strike, Lara Moise, coming from the Niwoi community end. And she sent for a boundary on her first ball. And that is Veronica Abuga who hit the ball Another one in the air. Will Nicole catch this one too? That's a drop. She dropped it. The same area where she caught Quinta Abel. But this time around, the hands became slippery. And she couldn't hold on to the ball. And the batters managed to get a single. And she rotates the strike. She gives it to Sharon Juma. No, Veronica Abuga. They ran 2.
The score is at 84 as we speak. And Lara, a very economical one. She's on strike with the ball coming from the Niboy community end. One thing we know about Lara is that her delivery requires patience for the batters, which mostly tends to run out. She makes your patience run out, and you make your own mistake, and before you know it, the bells are up flying. Good delivery there from Lara. Has managed to restrict the scoreboard from ticking for the Kenyan side. The keeper there, the Kenyan keeper seems to be struggling to understand what sort of delivery that is. But that's exactly what Lara wants you to do. Get confused before you come back. She's got you. A great over there. Good comeback, 83 for 1 at the end of 10 overs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a halfway through the innings. First innings. For those who are joining us, we are coming to you live from IPRC Kichukiro Oval here at Kigali, where Brazil is taking on Kenya. A great pull there to the boundary. To the fine leg where Lara seemed to be a little bit slow to get to the ball as it rushed quick straight to the scoreboard area. As you can see, the scoreboard reads 89 as we speak. This is the 7th day of Kwibuka International Women's T20 Tournament here in Kigali. It is the 8th edition. And this particular edition is very special as it hosts 8 teams from within Africa and beyond Africa. Thanks to Rwanda Cricket Association for providing a platform for the women to showcase their cricket talent to the entire world and to showcase the cricket talent that is in Africa. Another one pulled away, and we'll get to the boundary. Another boundary there. Finally, the Kenyan keeper gets off the mark with a beautiful boundary at the deep mid-wicket. Another poor delivery there from Nicole. It's not like her sort of delivery, and I hope she's all right. We saw her massaging her arms earlier. Good delivery, good comeback there.
And that's a full toss which is driven on the mid-on, down to mid-on, and it's from Veronica Abuga. And she gets herself an extra run on board. And that gets us to the end of the 11th over. 9 overs to go. And the score is 94.
ये पक्का
अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम वॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
And we have Rara Moise coming to give her second over from the Niboye community end. Sharon on strike, and she drives it towards long on. And we have Lindsay Villaboaz, who collects it lately, and the batters managed to get a second single. That is 2 extra runs on board for Team Kenya. Another one driven down the long off, and it's collected back to the wicket with only a single was able to be made. And Sharon drew on strike, and that's in the air down deep mid wicket, and it goes for 4. Another boundary for Team Kenya, and that gets them to 100 up. Good timing by Sharon Juma, and that's 100 up for Team Kenya. 3 more deliveries to come from Lara Moise. Beaten caught. Some quick running by the batters, the Kenyan batters here. They are literally creating pressure to the fielding side. Such singles, such quick runs there. They put the fielding side on pressure out of nowhere, just like that. Another one in there, down deep mid wicket, but Rora Martins stops the ball. Some good piece of fielding from her, and the batters could only run for 2. And Rara Moise to bowl her last ball of the over. Down long on, and it's caught at 45 and brought back to the wicket. And that gets us to the end of the 12th over.
Very much wondering why we are not seeing Boaz coming in to bowl, knowing that she's won together with Laura. They're well known for restricting and Villas Boaz. Oh, and it's as if the captain just heard me. Villas Boaz, Lindsay is coming to attack with the ball from the school's end. I should say, Romeo, Lara and Villas Boaz are the ones who are known, very well known, for creating pressure for the batting team. With their slow pace of bowling and very accurate and consistent lengths, They've been very resourceful to create pressure for the batters. And that's getting wickets. As you can see there, great line. If she keeps that consistent as it is, a batter is bound to try and invent some shots, and a wicket might just come in her favor. At this point in time, important fielding and a lot of commitment is required from both the bowlers and the fielders. An extra there, something that you cannot afford to grace the Kenyans with, because they will happily accept it and will not give you that chance when they are bowling. Good delivery there. A 105 for 1. Villas Boas. Lindsay coming through for the Brazilian team, lowering the speed of the batters. And as you can see there, her target is from the middle stump. A chance there, but the captain could not collect the ball in time. Great bowling there from Lindsay. Veronica facing. And a room created there, but straight to a fielder. It was cut straight to a fielder. Lindsay coming back again, but Abuga cannot crack the magic bowling from Lindsay. Very good bowling. She was just shying away to her first maiden of this match. But because of the extra in the second ball, her over would just end with one extra provided there. Carolina coming for a first over from the Nivoi community end. Trying to continue the same mood that Lindsay created. Very quiet in the crease as dot balls dominated in that over. Great piece of bowling there from Villas Boas. Let's see if Carolina is up for business to replicate Villas Boas over. Driven straight to the covers, where the captain was waiting patiently. On strike is Sharon. Sharon was not able to connect, and there's a chance there. That was a well calculated pull, but the timing of Captain Sharon wasn't right. But she managed to contribute two runs for the team. I'd say good bowling there from Carolina. The batter seems to be offering, going for it, but because of the bowling, they're failing to connect. Hot shot there to the mid-on. And finally, she times well. A misfield will end the Kenyan team another run. The people who are known for punishing any mistakes you make. It's 112 in 13.5 overs. Great start by the Kenyan team. And another one pulled. Pulled to the fine leg. To the boundary. And the no ball is indicated. A no ball has been indicated. Waiting for another signal that all batsmen always want to see. And there it is. A free hit signal where every batter is always waiting for to capitalize on it and play all the dream shots they've ever opted for. Good piece of fielding there from the Brazilian side. And it's the end of the 14th over, 118 for a loss of 1. There seems to be a discussion between the two Kenyan batters, Veronica and Sharon there. Romeo, as you can see on the scoreboard, and that quick chart that just happened in there, what do you think that quick chart was all about?
They have wickets in hand, and they have few overs to face, 6 overs to face. So I suspect they have decided to open up and see if they can skyrocket the runs, the score on board. They need to disturb the score a bit and see how high they can go. Like that, she starts by pulling that down a deep square leg. And it goes for 4. That's another boundary. First boundary in this over. Lindsay Mariano. Lindsay Mariano coming from the school end. And she has been punished. Her first ball, she got punished. And let's see her come back with a second delivery. And we have Juma on strike. A wicket keeper for Team Kenya. Earlier on in the game we had between Uganda and Germany, we saw what the wicket keeper could do when they were setting the score. Let's see what Sharon Juma can do. It's the same position. One opens batting, the other one goes in, one down. Oh, that's a drop. That's a drop by the wicket keeper. It was a catch behind. That was a drop from the wicket keeper, Evelyn D'Souza. Yeah, that's a second chance to Sharon. That's a second life to Sharon. Let's see. Inside edge, it goes down the fine leg. And straight to a fielder. And they only get another run. A single. An extra single on board. Lindsay Mariano still got more balls to deliver. Straight to the stumps, and she's driven down long on, and the ball is collected at 45 and brought back to the wicket, and the Kenyan batters managed to get their 2 singles there. Those were 2 quick singles within the play. Two more balls to come from Lindsay. And she tries to cut, but it doesn't go any further. It's straight to the fielder, the captain herself. And she makes no mistake. And the batters don't even attempt to get a single. She tries to pull, but she mistimed the ball. And it goes a bit down. Short fine leg. And they get an extra single on board. And that brings us to the end of the 15th over. 5 overs to go. And the batters, the Kenyan batters, they are very consistent. They have been going at a rate of 8 overs. And the last 5 overs, they managed to get 9.4 in every over. And no loss in the last 5. In the last 5 overs. No loss of a wicket. And the total is 130 for 1 in 15 overs. Carolina Nachimento coming from the Niboye community end to bowl her second over. Veronica Abuga off the strike. She cut the ball down backward point, and they only managed to get a single. I can see Nicole Ribeiro limping. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, and that's another wicket, LBW. And Veronica Abuga walks. She departs. Correction, it's Sharon Juma who departs. LBW. Carolina just sent her back home. Back to her dugout. And the new batter coming in is Sarah Bakita Wetoto. One of the experienced players for Team Kenya. With the ball, with the bat, on the field. She's an all-in-one. Let's see what she has to offer this afternoon versus the Brazilians. And the score is 134 for 2. 16th over running. And Sarah Bakita Wetoto gets off the mark with a maximum Down long on. Over long on. And she opens her accounts like that. No time. No time to delay. And she makes no mistake. She hits the ball. Look at the face. Exactly at the bounce. She hits the ball at the bounce. More power. That's some power hitting, really. Power spot. The ball landed on the sweet spot of the bat.
And the groundsman have to find that ball. Go for it. Have to get a motorbike to try and look for that ball. Because we're Toto here. Opens her account with a maximum. That goes close to over the fence. Giving work for the people who are out of the pitch to look for the ball. And as you've seen, the third umpire just walked in to bring another ball. And I hope he has more balls. He has more balls to spare there. Because at the looks of things, the intent and the message from the Kenyan camp is very clear. Go big or go home. Wakenya hapa kwa RPRC ground ni moto moto tu. Wetoto analeta moto hapa.
Another slap of the bat. And she slaps the ball down the long off. And it goes for a second boundary for her. She opens her account with 10 runs and 2 balls. That's a strike rate of 600.
That is an exceptional strike rate there. And as you can tell from the replay there, the energy she's using to hit the ball, even an age would race comfortably to the boundary.
And another one in the air, and she's dropped. She's dropped, and it goes for a 4. Is it not a 6? Let's see. Let's wait for the umpire signals. And let's wait for umpire signals. Look. It was supposed to be a 4. Umpire signaled 4 runs. And that's a third boundary for Sarah Wetoto. 14 runs in 3 balls.
Wetoto here is on fire, setting the entire pitch ablaze. And I think from the looks of things, it seems Team Kenya wants to get to the Ugandan score of over 200. They're shying away from that with about 52 runs. But will the Brazilian bowlers allow them to get that far?
If you look on board, we have 148 for 2 and 4 more overs to come. And we have a very destructive batter, Sarah Wetoto. If I was Veronica Abuga, I would get my half century and I give strike to Sarah Wetoto.
I agree with you there. as they both try to sneak in a run. Looked like a mission impossible there. Good thing they were able to notice. I would say Veronica is very comfortable in there and playing it safe. And it's in the air. Will Wetoto come back safely? That is some good piece of fielding and throwing from Renata. She looks a little bit injured. But if Wetoto was to slow down by milliseconds, she would have been racing back to her camp, very disappointed. Good running there from the batting pair. And it's in there! And the Booger loses the chance. Abuga loses that chance to get to her half century, the long-awaited half century. She was very patient in there, running with a strike rate of over 100, 48 or 46 balls. She's been exceptional and consistent throughout this tournament. Great piece of batting there. Great fielding there from Laura. Not leaving anything to chance. And that's what you need, especially if you're facing a strong side like Kenya with the bat. Venasa, the Venasa Oko of Kenya's women's team walks in, and on strike is Wetoto to face one of the most dangerous bowlers for the Brazilian team. And it's a shot! Slapped past the covers. Oh my. Wetoto's field seems to be beyond the rope. She's not playing anything within the ground. Her ground seems to have changed. What do you think, Romeo?
She's on a mission, definitely. The captain gave her a message to pass on to the Brazilians on the field. That's the fourth ball she has faced, and that's the fourth boundary as well. So that puts her at 18 runs in 4 balls. Another one in the air, down cow corner, and they get a single. This is the less useful ball for Sarah, as she only gets a single compared to the previous deliveries where she could only get a 4 or a 6.
I would say good delivery there from Laura. And again, as I mentioned, her technique is very simple. We'll reduce the pace for you and we'll bowl straight to the bells. It is upon you as the batter to build up your patience on the crease. If you lose your patience for milliseconds, you're gone. Good strategies that have worked throughout this tournament.
And if you look at this, the previous over, Sarah looked for a single. I'm not sure if she's chasing the strike so that she can score as more as she can. She's on a strike rate of 500.
That is an exceptional strike rate. A strike rate of 500 in women's cricket is not very common. But for Wetoto, it seems to be a piece of cake for her. Ribeiro is coming back, the opening bowler for Team Brazil. Good piece of bowling there and fielding. And that's the first dot ball for the dangerous Sarah. That is a great shot to the long off. That moved at the speed of light.
And quite an update from Gahanga Cricket Stadium, where Tanzania is playing Nigeria. And the Nigerians, they chose to bat. And now they are 62 all out in the final over of the innings. So Tanzania needs only 63 runs to win. And I doubt this will work in the favor for the captain, Fatuma, who needs few runs to catch up with the top two top scorers. That's Kevin Awino and Quinta Abel. And there's a difference of quite some runs for her to retain her position.
Great stop there by Ribeiro, but it was a dangerous one. As we know in cricket, using your feet to field is not very recommended, and this is why seems to be an injury as the management and the medic team rushes in. But as you know, Brazil in football is a match made from heaven. It might be the commitment from Ribeiro to ensure that they restrict the Kenyan bowlers, the Kenyan batters, into getting into the 200 mark. As we speak, the projected score is 184. The medical attention still continues. It doesn't look very good in there for Ribeiro from her facial expression. I hope Ribeiro will be able to continue with her over and complete her spell in style, as she's managed to grace herself with a dot ball from Bakita. Something that has not been, other bowlers have not been able to afford. And it seems not a very good atmosphere here at Gahanga for Ribeiro. At IPRC, I beg your pardon. Ribeiro walks off with the medic team. I hope she'll be all right to come back, especially for the second innings, as she's a very resourceful player for the Brazilian team with the ball. And to complete her over will be Lara. Change of pace there. I hope Vanessa will be able to identify as quick as possible, because as I said with Lara, it requires total patience. And of course, Vanessa manages to get off the mark with a beautiful shot to the long on. Looking very comfortable. And giving Wetoto a strike. The field is set for Wetoto. And as it is slapped between the covers and the long off, racing all the way to the scorer's tent. Great batting and great intention, great attitude from the Kenyan side here. And credit where due, the Brazilian team has continued to show good attitude and a fighting spirit to the end. Regardless of the big score that is already set by the Kenyan side, they're not taking anything for chance there. Good batting there from Vanessa. She looks very comfortable, I should say, Romeo. We've seen her perform well consistently throughout this tournament. And I believe her calmness has been very resourceful. Well glanced there. For those who are joining us, we are coming to you live from IPRC Oval in the heart of Kwibuka district here in Kigali, where Brazil is taking on Kenya. And we are in the first innings where Kenya is setting and currently at 116 for the loss of 3 wickets in 18 overs. A great shot there by Sarah, pulled away down the deep square leg, ladies and gentlemen. And the scorers will be the ones to bring the ball back into play. It cruised at a speed of light, bringing the score to 170. I think at this moment in time, Romeo, they're looking to get anywhere close to 200 Mac. And swing and miss.
Yeah, and that is very possible if you look at how the aggression of the batters and you look at the overs left. They can easily get it. Because both batters at the crease, they are both destructive. If you look at Vanessa and Sarah, they can easily do a good partnership, and they are doing in between the wickets. I suspect it's not far from the truth.
मारुति जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है।
अब सुनो,
हम आपको जाने देंगे।
इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फॉरेन कैसे जाएंगे। फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
And Lindsay Mariano coming to bowl the last over of the innings. And the score is 171 for the loss of 3. And we have Sarah Bakita on strike. Oh, and she starts off with a wide.
Captain Roberta opted to have Lindsay. And the maximum, ladies and gentlemen. That goes close to the football pitch. Oh my. It's Wetoto again. That is good piece of batting there. Great technique. Great power there. And Lindsay is pulled away for a maximum. Good shot. Good fielding there. It seems from the way the batters were running, they were opting to rotate strike very quickly and give another one to Wetoto, who's giving us fireworks today. What do you think, Romeo?
Oh, Vanessa. She looks very keen to trying that out. She hasn't been successful with the bat in this innings. But let's see. 3 more deliveries to come from Lindsay Mariano. And Vanessa, she looks like she's standing at the middle of the stumps. Let's see.
Another dot ball there. Veronica does not seem happy with it. Neither is Sarah. At this moment in time. And finally, the rotating of strike has happened. Wetoto on strike. And she didn't connect it properly, but it still races to the boundary. From the movement of the bat, she was aiming for anything beyond the road to the Niboi community itself. And it's the end of the Kenyan innings. Leaving Sarah shying away from half century with 46 runs off. That's a great knock from Sarah Wetoto, showing total class and showing experience with the bat. And now the mission is back to the Kenyan team. Will they be able to defend the 184 mark that they have set? And the question is, will the Brazilian ladies be able to flex and cross the 184 mark set by the Kenyan ladies? Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We'll be back with the second innings. That will be very interesting. Do not go away. We'll be back shortly. to get back home. And our dear lovely viewers, another warm welcome to the second innings of the second match of the day here at IPRC Oval, where Brazil is taking on Kenya, and that will race her away to the boundary, the first boundary of the inning, courtesy of Villas Boas. Villas Boas Lindsay opens alongside the wicketkeeper of the Brazilian side, Evelyn De Souza. And the opening bowler for Kenya, it's no other than Evelyn. Merceline Ocheng, coming from the school's end, on attack with the ball. Great intent there, great attitude from the batting pair here of the Brazilian side. Romeo Villas Boas has continued to show some exceptional performance with the ball and the bat consistently. And a chance for run out there. But no, it couldn't be taken as the fielder throws in the wrong end, as the nut striker was already midway towards Boas. End of the first over. And Brazil have registered 6 for no loss. Melvin Odiambo, coming from the Niwoi community end, on attack with the ball. To the Brazilian keeper. Great defense there from the keeper. That is the first ball she is facing in this innings. Great appeal there. But umpire Gaston seems to be a little uninterested, as the ball was slightly beyond the bails. Good piece of bowling from the second bowler of the Kenyan side, Melvin Idambo. And it's in there! Gone! 2 for 2. 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 2 for Courtesy Daisy. Daisy, who was in the mid-off, goes down the ball to escort the fierce batter, the fierce wicket keeper of the Brazilian side, with no runs scored. Oh my, this does not look good for Team Brazil. A great start for Team Kenya again. We saw them having a great start with the bat, and it seems to have been a breakthrough. But don't be deceived by that wicket. The Brazilians seems to be comfortable and calm in there. Their attitude is good despite chasing a very big score. That is the attitude you want in cricket. And the next batter in is no other than Renata de Souza. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw her coming through for the Brazilian team with the ball. And now she comes in number 3 to anchor. And the bells! Oh my! Melvin Idambo from Kenya is shining here at IPRC, flying the bells of the fierce Linza Villas Boas, who walks off very disappointed. And now on a hat-trick ball. This is the second wicket for Kenya, and incoming is Captain Roberta herself. Comes in at number 4 to do the job herself. She comes in to join Renata there. Is this the point where I believe if the captain is looking to anchor the team, the partnership between the captain and Renata, they have to ensure that they build it well, patiently, as the Kenyan fielders looks to be hyped up by those 2 wickets. That's the end of the second over. 6 runs on board. A good over there by the Kenyans. Kenya's Melvin, who collects 2 wickets in that maiden over of hers. Exceptional bowling there. Beautifully laid.
Mary, if it was you, the captain, Quinta Abel, further to seeing what the spin can work, what the spin can do, would you have a pace bowler, or you would still stick to spin?
I agree with you. And Daisy, coming along from the school's end, opens her bowling account with the next try, wide ball. As we all know, Daisy is a medium pace bowler. It is interesting on the gamble, or probably the strategy that Quinta is trying to use here. I would agree with you. The spin was doing magic already. I would try to capitalize on that spin to try and get as much as I can. But again, knowing Captain Roberta with her big shots, I think the idea here is to try and collect as much dot balls through this power play as Roberta is capable of clearing the boundaries, especially with slow balls. Daisy Njoroge coming on attack from the from the school's end. And it's a shot there. It races to the boundary, courtesy of the captain herself. It's less than a minute. It's less than a minute ago that I mentioned about the fierceness and the attitude of Roberta. She gets off the mark with a clean boundary that races to the long on. Good piece of play. Looking to rotate strike. And Renata says no need. We still have the entire 18 overs to play today. Great comeback there by the Daisy. She seems to have found her line and length again, as she was struggling with the line there, giving 2 extras. Another last ball there from Daisy. Opportunity there for a catch, but no. That went beyond the covers there to complete the second over with 14. Complete their third over, I beg your pardon. Registering 14 for 2. Great start there for Team Kenya. But continued to be impressed by the attitude that the batters are showing in there. Probably as a captain. It is a tough role to be a captain. Have to lead from the front. Interesting there, Romeo, as Renata requests for the middle stump. I wonder what the game plan looks like from the Brazilian camp. Another turn there. Melvin comes for her second over. And just to recap her first over, she scooped 2 wickets. And bagged herself her first maiden of the day. Beautifully bowled. Romeo, I think Renata is losing her patience there. It's frustration, especially after back-to-back dots. Beautiful bowling from Melvin Idambo. Shying away from another maiden with only 2 balls left. And it's another maiden, ladies and gentlemen. 2 maidens, 2 wickets in 2 overs. At this moment in time, everything is coming in twos from the Kenyan camp.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Great shot there. Glance to the rope. Great intent there by the captain herself, Roberta. Doing her job. Great comeback there. As we speak, Brazilian team requires 170 runs in 96 balls. Another shot, same place. And a misfield that will cost Kenya another boundary. It's a loss for the Kenyan team, but a celebration in the Brazilian camp as a well-needed boundary just came in courtesy of the Kenyan fielder, no other than Kelvia Ogola. 23 for 2 is the score as we speak. Swing and miss there. Trying to go big. A very slow start for Brazil is not the way to go. And from the body language of the captain herself, the message is clear. They're not looking to go slow on this. Great piece of batting there. And Daisy will continue from the school's end. Incoming for our second over, which seems to be quite an expensive one for Team Kenya. And it's in there! Oh no, Vanessa was quite far to get to the ball safely. Quick end of the fourth over at 24 for 2. And Romeo, if you come to think of it, we've had 2 maidens from Melvina. That means that all the 24 runs are courtesy of Daisy Wairimu. A great and a chance there. But the Brazilian ladies continue to showcase their sprinting skills there. Sprinting in between the wickets. Like Usain Bolt himself. Managing to land into the safe zone. Melvin Idambo continues. And it's in the air. It will rest to the boundaries. Great piece of batting from Renata there. And that's a good comeback from Renata. That is how you utilize the power play. Again in the air there. Renata seems to be having more lives than the card itself. A great shot that will secure the Brazilian team. One run and a misfield there by the bowler herself. And of course, the Brazilian will capitalize on that one to secure the second run of that ball.
ये पक्का।
अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे। फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
School end to bowl the 7th over, and the rate at which the Brazilians are going on is 5.3, and the required is double that. And Renata drives the ball back to the bowler, and she opens her account with a dot. And that's in the air. But a drop at the covers by the captain herself. She couldn't get it. Maybe we can get a review to see how it went. But it looked like it was a chance.
And on strike to face Kelvia's fourth ball is the captain herself, Roberta. And a massive hit there that is racing to the boundaries, but unfortunately won't get there. Beautifully played there. Renata is quite strong with full deliveries. Another shot there to secure themselves a single run. I should say a great over here from Kelvia. 5 runs from the 4 deliveries. And a nicely played. Good piece of batting there. Glanced all the way to beyond the rope. And it's another boundary for Team Brazil to get themselves to the 40th mark.
Melvin Idambo coming to finish her spell. So far, she has 2 maidens, 2 wickets, with an economy of 2.6. And on strike, we have the captain herself, Roberta Moretti. She's getting ready, and she's batting with Renata from the non-strikers end. And she cuts it down backward point, and they run, and that was an opportunity for the Kenyans to run someone out, and an overthrow that saved the Brazilians, saves Renata in particular, and she's on strike now. Let's see, she's taking guard. She takes no guard this time around. And that is in the air over the bowler. It goes down. A long on collects the ball. Melvin Idambo coming from the Nivoyo community end, and on strike, Roberta. That's some wrist work, and they managed to get a quick single. Some good calling in between the wickets. Well pulled down the deep mid wicket, and they get us another boundary in the over, and that is a good shot, good piece of batting from Renata D'Souza. And Vanessa tries to chase the ball, but in vain. Renata on strike. Captain Roberta, sorry, correction. Captain Roberta on strike. The captain trying to drive back the ball, but it goes back to the bowler safely. It's some power hitting, but the bowler can let the go ball.
It's always a safe zone behind the bowler there. So I think Renata was trying to make use of that opportunity by hitting it hard, but it seems the Kenyan bowler is not letting it go.
That is Kelvin Ogola coming off from the school end. And Roberta, the captain, on strike. And she skies the
It's
ball
in there!
down long off, but lands safe.
That was a close one. It looked like an easy one to get under. But luckily for the captain, it landed in the safe zone. .49 for 2 as we speak. Great attitude that continues to be displayed by this partnership that has done so much to build this partnership with good attitude, good body language there, regardless of 2 early wickets, big ones. They've still shown positive attitudes. And the captain herself, Captain Quinta Abel, comes on attack with the ball to do the job herself. See if she could manage to break this building partnership between Renata and Captain Roberta. She's the one to get Team Kenya a breakthrough they're looking for, as they require 136 in the next 10 overs.
And quite an update from Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Tanzania has defeated Nigerians, where they chased down 63 runs with the loss of 3 wickets in 13 overs. Nubwo yari ari muri top 5 none ahisabu wa mbere aracyamurusha 18 runs aracyamurusha 18 runs, but they both have 2 last innings and they are both openers, so and Quinta Abel is also close to that now after 198. Menyimana 143 aracyari kure cheza kuze nkakajana.
She's playing slow. She's more like playing a role of an anchor.
I don't think she's fit enough to hit the century. Who? Diane. No, I don't think she's fit enough to hit the century. Hey, you need to be century. You need. Captain versus captain, and the captain is the captain over the top, and it goes for a 4. It goes for a 4 between the long off and long on.
It's a flighted there, and it gets into the zone, a full zone to the Brazilian captain, who smashes it over the top, racing to the boundary.
Was that a drop?
Seemed like the drop from the disappointment we are seeing from the captain.
The smile. Too much work.
End of the 10th over. The score is 57 for the loss of 2.
Halfway the inning, the required is 12.8.
Great comeback there by Team Brazil that lost their very early wickets in the first 2 overs and have managed now to build another partnership between Roberta, the captain, and Renata.
Kelvia Ogola coming from the school end to give her third over, and we have Renata de Souza on strike. Quite a partnership they are having at the moment, her and the captain. And the ball stayed low as the batter stayed high, and it couldn't connect.
Romeo, I hope that wasn't a sense of a commentator's cast there. That was a close one. Beautifully driven there by Renata, but straight to a fielder Vanessa are the covers there, who comfortably brings it back. Trying to rush for the second one. But you could hear moja moja from the Kenyan side, meaning one. As Romeo had twende 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 in Swahili, which means let's go. So the combination of moja, which means one, and twende, which means go. And a massive one. But there is a fielder there. It lands in safely to the fielders, and Melvin the bowler at the long on there goes calmly down under the ball to dismiss the captain, who was getting on fire. And interesting to see now that the captain got somebody deep at the long on this time around. Especially that most of the big shots coming from the captain were landing on that side. Laura Martins walks in. And if you've been following the Kwibuka tournament,
and the incoming batter is Laura Martins, who's playing her second game today. And she comes in 3 down, playing number 5. And 59 runs for 3. in 11 overs. And we have Sarah Bakita Watoto coming to bowl the 12th over. And she opens her account with the dot.
I should say it's a great comeback by Wetoto, especially after underperforming in the previous games, even with the bat. It seems the anger of underperforming in all other games, she brought it back into this one game and went beyond everybody's expectations. Good turn of the ball there. A quick leg by there. Wetoto continues to show her experience, even with the ball, as she makes it 10. Beyond the comprehension of the Brazilian batters. I should say, Romeo, this is the sort of bowling that Lara from the Brazilian team does, which requires you a bit of more patience for you to be able to secure yourself a run, and in sight of any mistake, you're gone.
I like the reaction of Renata, the way she reacted to the last ball from Sarah Bakita. You could see the intent. She's making her intentions clear. That on the leg side, she's strong, and she'll keep using that.
I agree. Good technique there. Getting on a back foot. Marcelino Chen coming for her second over from the school's end. And facing is the Brazilian own Renata. And it's in there. It's in there. And an easy catch. They're back to Marceline the bowler. And Renata walks out a little bit disappointed. And I could agree, after all the great performances we've seen in the last 5 overs, it was a cheap way to see her walk out. From the body language of Marceline, it is as if nothing ever happened. 4th wicket. Kenya seems to be doing pretty well. And now Brazil requires 124 in 46 balls. Romeo, looking at the scoreboard at the moment, needing 124 runs in 46 balls. What, after the loss of 4 big wickets, what do you think would be the best comeback strategy for the team Brazil at the moment?
The required is 16.5. And if you look at the loss of wickets and the pace at which they are going on, I would aim at least playing all the overs and see how close I can get to the score.
Interesting there. And for those who are just joining us, good afternoon from where you're tuning in from. We are coming to you live from IPRC Cricket Oval here in the heart of Kigali in Rwanda, where Brazil is taking on Team Kenya. Second innings. And Brazil is chasing 184 runs. It is the end of the 13th over. 61 on the score for the Brazilian side for the loss of 4. The odds looking to be smiling at Team Kenya at the moment. And Watoto comes back again from the Nivoi community end.
And on strike, we have Rora. And the non-strikers end, we have Rora. That's Rora squared. At the crease. And she drives it down long off. And it's collected at 45. And she manages to get herself some 2 singles.
Watoto there losing her length. And the Brazilian ladies didn't seem to mind, happily collecting a duo there.
Loud appeal by the Kenyans, but the umpire looks less interested in the appeal. And Sarah Bakita comes on to bowl her third delivery. And on strike, it's Rora Martins. Oh, an inside edge. That would have easily connected to the stumps. But her foot was there. And she survives like that.
It's been an interesting tournament, I could say. Great talent throughout that have been witnessed in the last 6 days. And with Tanzania having the lead on the board with pretty clean 6 wins out of 6 games. Romeo, what do you think? It is the strategy that, or it is the strength that Team Tanzania is using to being able to secure comfortably such clean wins.
You know, Tanzania has a good history here. They are the defending champions since 2019, which is the last time they attended, they participated, and they won the trophy. And in their absentia, Kenya took over and managed to lift the trophy in their absence. And now they are back as they want the aim at lifting the trophy that is rightfully theirs. And they sent a message when they beat Kenya already, who are the defending champions as of last year. So we look forward to having a good final. And I would say the secret behind is the consistency with the bat from the captain herself and the opening partner Swaum. And with the ball, they have a very good bowler, Nasra Said, who's very consistent with the ball. And her contribution, it's collectively there. It's a balanced team, really. With the bat, with the ball on the field, they are everywhere. They contribute, really. So you see, there's no gap to pass through. That's what I would say is keeping them very relevant in the league.
A great stop there from Merceline, the bowler who's coming from the school's end. I agree with you, Romeo. Tanzania has continued to show consistent class and less over-reliance on a few players. When it comes to the batting side, they all contribute. You could see from all the games, even early few wickets would not change much in their game, as they can still bank on the middle order, close to the even bottom order with the bat. That was impressive to see. Their consistency has made them shine. And one thing that has been consistently impressive with the Tanzanian team, they are a team that gives you no chances, whether with the ball or with the bat. Very few extras.
Yeah, and Mary, like if you look at the individual statistics with the bat, we have the captain herself. She's the second top scorer with a total of 212 runs in 6 innings. And with the ball, it's a Tanzanian, Nasra Said, with 11 wickets in hand and 2 maidens. And on the field, the second is a Tanzanian, a third Tanzanian, Ami Swedi, followed by Nasra Said. That's Nasra, the top wicket taker. So you can see in every category they are there. And in the MVP category, Nasra Said, the wicket taker, she's leading there. She's leading there with 28 points. So that tells you how they are performing individually and as a team.
Impressive. That's to show how individual contribution is really necessary into keeping the team score high. And Sarah Watoto Bakita continues. Sarah continues from the Nivoye end, registering her first extra. And a big shot there. Will Daisy get there? And no way, no way. A beautiful shot over the top, cruises away to the boundary, courtesy of Lara. And Sarah Watoto concedes her second boundary. And another one is in there. Looking for a second one. Will they get there? And almost a straight hit from Daisy, who's on the long on. But unfortunately, the slight miss of the bells is yet to be celebrated, as it gives Agatha another chance. $73 for 4 in 15.4 overs. And another one is in there. But Daisy refuses the boundary to restrict, refuses the catch to restrict a boundary.
महारथी जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है।
अब सुनो,
हम आपको जाने देंगे।
इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फॉरेन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
mark, especially after a back-to-back loss of big wickets there. But it's impressive to see their comeback. And now they have 77 for 5. Still looking like a slim chance for them to get to the finishing line, as they require 108 of 21 balls. The chances are looking slimmer and slimmer for Team Brazil. Is the left-hander Marianne going to come through and do some magic to change the game at this moment in time? It's 108 required of 20 balls. And the bells are left flying. Marianne walks off faster than she came in. She had not found her position yet. She had not found her spot yet. But Marceline, with her fierce bowling, with her fierce delivery, could not allow her even to grasp somewhere and have a taste of the wicket. And incoming is one of the most athletic, with great physique player from the Brazilian side, who is no other than Nicole Monteiro. End of the 17th over. The score is still 77. But the wickets have moved from 4 in the previous over to 6, courtesy of Marceline. And Wetoto continues to come and close her 4th over. That was really close. A chance there that would have cost Lara Agatha her wicket. But with a missed chance, leaves the both batters smiling as they secure themselves another life to face another ball from Wetoto. Great fielding from the fierce bowler, Marceline. Another dot ball there, courtesy of Wetoto.
This is a lot of runs required from the Brazilians. It's a very big score. It's a huge score for them to chase. And if you look at the last 5 overs, they lost 2 wickets, only managed to get 18 runs. That is 3.6 an over in the last 5 overs. Oh no! And another one falls. That is the new batter, Nicole Monteiro, who departs.
Romeo, the wickets here from the Brazilian camp seems to be going down faster like a house of cards. It's raining here, but this time around, the first inning, it was raining boundaries. At this moment in time, it's raining wickets. All the odds looks to be smiling in the Kenyan camp. And as we see some cold silence coming from the Brazilian camp, strongly to see that the chances have become slimmer and tinier than a needle hole. And now they need 105 runs in 14 balls, which Romeo usually like calling it next to impossible. Is that what you think, Romeo?
That's how it looks, and that's a direct. It's a return catch, and Sarah Wetoto just sends off the new batter, just like that, caught and bowled.
Sarah continues to show her experience, her magic, and her class with the ball and with the bat. Definitely today being her day. After having very bad days in the previous games, she has made a good comeback with the bat and a good comeback with the ball. And finishes her spell beautifully with 2 wickets after conceding only 15 runs in the 4 overs. Well bowled, total class, and pure style from Wetoto.
She's the player of the match. Standard. Hey, you could say 40. You could say 40 with the ball, with the bat. She contributed. Strike rate here, the 285.
And the captain comes in. A miss just there by the keeper that might rush to the boundaries, but not quick enough to get to the boundaries. Quinta doesn't seem happy there. And interesting enough, she's changed the sides. She was coming from the Nivoi community end, and she decided to come from the school's end.
What? Oh, he did that. Jesus did that. No, he did that more than I did. No, he did that. You're looking good in that cut dress.
A chance there! Not taken.
She's gone. She's walking.
She's walking out.
The umpire didn't need to raise a finger.
I think it was too obvious. Even the umpire didn't need to indicate. And now she has.
For a finger. That's for a finger. She requested for it. Are they out? All of them. But they have one more wicket. Game down.
And the last wicket walks out. It is Lara Agatha looking quite disappointed. But I should say, great fight there. Great fight there from the Brazilian camp.
Captain, eh? She felt it.
The captain seemed to have felt the heat of that throw, but she seems smiling, especially that the pain came with the gain of a wicket. No pain, no gain at this moment in time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, a game that has just ended was a game between Brazil and Kenya in the 7th day of the Kwibuka International Tournament, the 8th edition that happens in the center of Kigali, here in Rwanda every year, with this special edition hosting over eight teams. And as we can see, it's a victory for Team Kenya here as they beat the Brazilian team by 102. We've seen big wins today. Don't go away. Stay tuned for the presentation of the Woman of the Match Award in a few minutes from now.